Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome back to the Liberal Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Bodio, and with me I have Kaylie Horowitz.
Hello.
And Andy Gibby Gibson.
I got beef and I need to talk about it.
Okay.
So I'm staying at a hotel right now that has a restaurant built into it that sells pizza and snow cones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Slice and Ice. Cool name. I was like, dig it. We love the marketing.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's a lie. You know why?
Why?
Because you can't buy pizza by the slice there. You can only buy an entire fucking pizza, which is too much pizza for this one man anymore.
Not even a personal, 10-inch, personal pan pizza. Nothing?
Large.
Oh.
I think you just need to change your definition of what a slice is.
Yeah, but when there's multiple slices that are cut within this pizza
shape. Division is a crazy tool, man.
Fold it over, make a triangle.
That's what I'm saying.
Who cares
Equilateral.
if it's a little stromboli looking, it's a slice.
We use angles in this household.
Okay, so I am not against the concept of folding two slices of pizza, one on top of the other.
Uh-huh.
I'm down for that. That's cool. Are you suggesting that I create a pizza tower unrelated to that one game out of 8 slices to make one mega slice?
I'm suggesting that you live by the slice and ice mentality.
You are a
and
mad
create
god.
That slice.
You have lost all semblance of
so
sanity.
you've acknowledged it.
You've heard of rip and tear. Now get ready for slice and ice.
Until it's done.
Who the fuck is gonna have room for the ice afterwards, man? I get that it's just ice and water and syrup, but who's gonna have the room after an entire pizza?
That's why you gotta alternate them. You
dual wielding an entire pizza and shaved ice.
The shaved ice melts and keeps you hydrated, and then you just take a bite of the pizza.
I hate that I'm starting to see the logic behind this.
That's, again, Joey Chestnut. That's the logic of food eating competitions is that you need to drink water to help just make it manageable.
Are you suggesting that I dunk the pizza in the shaved ice?
Into the ice, yes.
No, that's just
I'm
silly.
glad you understand.
Then you have syrupy pizza.
Yeah.
Can you imagine cherry syrup on your pizza? Ew.
Yeah.
But what if it's a dessert pizza?
Ooh, like that Club Penguin dessert pizza. The
Excuse
pink frosting.
Me? I don't want to go down this. Nope. I don't want to go down this path anymore. Listen.
Fair enough.
It's been one of the coolest weeks in American sports.
Goddamn right.
Ever. Mm-hmm. It's been fucking awesome. The New York Knicks, go Knicks. Please stop breaking your city.
My mayor Muslim, my bagel's Jewish. The Pope's on our side. Knicks at 5.
Hell yeah. Goddamn.
Knicks won. North Carolina won.
Yeah.
The Stanley Cup. The U.S. won our first game in FIFA. Mexico won. Y'all. So FIFA opening.
Yeah.
Is Mexico versus South Africa.
Yep.
Damina.
I get phone calls from my cousins in Nigeria. I asked them about it. They're like, dude, we're Mexican today. I'm like, yes!
Today, we're all Mexican.
So you have this trifecta. Apparently, Mexico and South Korea are just best friends.
No.
Oh, they have.
So you have this trifecta of Mexico, South Korea, and the entire continent of Africa spirit bombing energy into Mexico's FIFA team.
This is nowhere near the greatest crime of South Africa as a nation, but I'd like to think a little bit of it is retaliation for the Vuvuzelas in 2010.
Oh, Vuvuzelas. I miss those.
I
Fuck
don't
you.
think
No, you don't.
do. I think
They
you
were
missed
so
the concept
obnoxious.
of
It was great.
That's true.
on top-
Thinking about who you were at the time in 2010, I can imagine that you
Exactly.
did try to buy a Vuvuzela.
I never tried to buy one, but I always appreciated like seeing people who did have them. Like, oh,
We had a
you-
couple when I went to like aunts and uncles' houses and whatnot, and I hated them.
eh. No, I'm
okay,
living for.
I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say like I'm living for the. Not only is it a great like just time for the sports in general, like again basketball and now World Cup obviously, but the vibes overall, it's feeling like America is having like a slumber party. Like we're hosting the
cool.
World Summer Camp for the season, and they're all coming. It's like our cousins are over for a sleepover for our 250th birthday. It's great. Our dad sucks, but we get to have our
Dad's an
cousins
asshole.
stay with us for the summer, and most of them are pretty cool.
Watching Europeans rediscover American food will never not
Yeah.
be fun.
The the buddy system, the like unbreakable bond that now exists between South Korea and Mexico is one thing. I am
Yes.
living for all of the Japanese folks. Their base camp is in Nashville.
Beautiful.
And they are experiencing like Tennessee and Texas, because I think they do play a couple games in Houston. I could be wrong, but like I'm
I think
seeing
so.
Japan in both Tennessee and Texas. I hope there's some fucking Texaboos over here. I hope they are having the time of their life right now.
God, that reminds me of like the reverse weeb post
Exactly.
from 4chan
Yes.
from like 15 years ago, where it's like, "Howdy, y'all! I'm Rawhide Kobayashi."
Yes, we did
know
this
he's
like
having a hell
10,
of a
20
time.
episodes ago.
We did.
I
We
also
did this bit.
yeah, we did. So I'll talk about something brand new. Two quick
Ooh.
things. One, there's a German man on Twitter who is
Yes.
blogging his entire journey through the South,
Freddie!
and he's gone to Waffle House at 1 a.m. and he
Mhm.
got to go to Jordan-Hare Stadium
Yup.
when Messi was playing with
When
Argentina
Argentina and Germany-
against
Yeah, it was
Iceland,
Iceland
yeah.
versus Argentina.
Iceland. That's what it
which
was.
is so
Yeah.
fucking cool. Like to be like finally something good in Auburn. Finally, we haven't
That-
had
It was
anything
a-
good in Jordan-Hare since
I
2019.
was to say that was a sellout game. Like what, 80,000 people in that stadium,
80,000
basically.
seats. Yes, ma'am. Shout outs to Argentina scoring more points in their game than our last football coach.
No,
that was a surreal moment because
Yeah.
they announced that game when us in LA were bitching and moaning about not being able to get Olympics tickets
Sure.
because we couldn't. It was awful. And I remember telling my friend an example. We wanted to get softball tickets, but all the softball games were in Tennessee. And I was just telling her, I was like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like they could do a soccer game at my old college, but that wouldn't happen.
Manifest.
24 hours later.
Bo manifested this. Let the record show.
Kaylee, I interrupted you again.
No. The thing that I enjoy most, Freddie has been like Twitter blogging his travels through the
Yeah.
Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Mans is living his best life, but like I love how one, like he's been marveling at these college stadiums that we have and we take for
Fair.
granted.
Yes.
I think in the SEC.
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
ogling Jordan-Hare, going, "Wow, this is insane!" And also, they did an Eagle flight because we played a game at Jordan-Hare, so of course we fly the Eagle, and they are losing their minds over this. They're like, there's an eagle flying
There's a
around the stadium. Like
Golden Eagle,
that's
baby.
not every place in America. Let me be very clear.
Right.
That's an Auburn, Alabama thing. But like, can you imagine? That's like one of your first sports experiences in the States, and then you go, "Do they do this everywhere?"
And their national bird pulls up and goes, "Ah!" And you're like, what?
But then to top it off, not only has Freddie discovered Waffle House and also
Yes.
Raising Cane's and also
Ew.
like a lot of like pivotal
Staples.
Southern American cuisine along the way, they discovered Buc-ee's. The
God.
night
Yes!
like after the game, they discovered Buc-ee's, and there's this great photo of them just eating their brisket, like using some deer feed bags outside the Buc-ee's as a table. And I'm like, that's
Fresh
it.
brisket on
This
the
is-
board.
This is the quintessential. What do we want to do, guys? I don't know. Just go around someplace, somewhere. That
That's
is the
awesome.
quintessential growing
Okay.
up in the South experience. You just
So-
go get food somewhere and go find somewhere to hunker down.
And you just somewhere to post up where they're not
Yeah.
going to kick you out after a few hours.
Yep.
Thankfully, they'll have like their European healthcare after this trip through the South.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
Some
have
hard
one.
trouble.
I have one
yeah.
quick more shout out that is breaking news. Relatively, it'll be old news by the time this comes out, but fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Cabo Verde for
Ooh.
drawing in a 0-0 tie with Spain today, because
Ooh.
drawing in a tie and like playing absolute lights out defense against one of the premier soccer powerhouses of the world, when you
Let's go
come from a
sports.
nation with like 200,000 people or less, is absolutely incredible.
They
That's
all
gives-
know ball.
and it
That's all they know.
and it's always such a funny opportunity whenever anybody gets to dunk on one of the soccer powerhouses of the world, because not only do you bring out like all of the fandom, but
Yeah.
you bring out all the tension between the other European nations and remember how much they hate each other. Like,
Good.
Italy's just like, hey, Spain, you haven't won an opening game in the World Cup. You've only won one of them in the last 5 World Cups. And Spain's like, you haven't been to a World Cup in the last 3 times. Bitch, I'm going to invade you.
Whoa.
My shout outs, one is that obviously the Scots are in Boston. They have
Let's
been overtaking
go!
Boston.
Let's go.
The Tartan Army, I am obsessed with the fact that every motherfucker from Scotland brought their bagpipes, because everywhere they go, they are their own tattoo. They are bagpiping in a parade across Boston everywhere they go. It's amazing. But
Sounds
one,
like hell.
it has nothing to do with the game. There are so many of them that just went to a Red Sox game just to experience baseball. And they're having the time of their lives, and I'm living for it. I love their joy experiencing Fenway Park. And the actually startling number of them that are also like, we're here looking for cheers. I just want to go see where they film cheers. But two, if people weren't aware, and again, there's some ifs to get to this point, but the possibility on the table of the American team
Yeah.
playing the British on the 4th of July in
Oh, in
Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia.
Get the
That city's
fuck
getting
outta
burned to
here.
the ground one way or another. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
They're going to make New York City look like a polite little Boy Scout jamboree.
Exactly.
The British are coming and it's everyone's problem.
They're going
No.
to burn down the one bridge to get into Philly.
Oh,
The,
shit.
the UK
I'm not
the
trapped here
UK
with you. You're trapped here with me.
the UK and the Irish, man, they love their singing and sports. It's so much fun.
The Scottish
I
are
wish
the
we did more.
masters of chants. They have so
Yes.
many.
I wish we did more of it in the US.
Right.
Maybe my favorite tweet ever is like U.S. soccer chant, defense,
Mhm.
defense. British football chant. All right, lads, we've got a 7-line stanza about the goalie's drunk driving charge, and a 1 and a 2.
True.
We have
Absolutely
Sweet Caroline.
true. It's true.
That's a song. It's not a chant.
Yes, it does. It counts.
The
Let
bum,
me
bum,
have
bum
this one.
does-
Bah,
also, the,
bah, bah.
the British do it better than us anyway.
Fair.
I was saying, yeah,
Okay.
the Scots
But
have
they
had a
ain't
good
gonna
time
on
with Sweet
July
Caroline.
4th.
All right. Topic time.
Yeah.
Topic time.
So before we get there, happy Pride.
Pride.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Know on this day, if should you strike me down, I will return stronger than ever before.
True.
You have a stand, but it's just like all the icons of Black history in America.
It's Jimi Hendrix.
Like,
it's just him.
You
It's the
summon
scene
your
with the- It's the scene with the ancestors and sinners. They all just start like congealing and dancing around Bo.
you summon your stand, and it's just Harriet Tubman loading a shotgun.
Shaking your head. Shame. We acknowledge our collective peoples because this year we're not celebrating them.
Damn.
We are exposing the truths of the world. We are calling the lot of y'all out.
Mm-hmm. Get them.
The lies have gone on for too long.
It's high noon, and I'm calling you out to the saloon. I don't know where you do gunfights in the Old West. This
Usually
I follow
outside the
trail.
saloon.
I thought we were gonna go get milkshakes.
Not today, bang. All right, but no. The topic of discussion today is your genre is a lie. The name of the game is Exposing Truths. We each have a genre of fiction, of entertainment, or of such, and we will expose what they actually are. For example, women's fantasy novels. They are not as such. They are just pornography.
He's been on this for a long time.
I've been on this for years. It pisses
this
me off.
Crusade. It's a crusade against smut.
You all can just watch porn. You can read porn. You can watch porn. It's okay. You don't have to pretend like it's something else. You like heated rivalry because it's porn. That's fine. Stop telling me that it's not that.
Yeah.
My argument to that is always, or yes, you can make it a genre, but like, remember the fact that half of this is still smut. Like,
it's porn anyway.
Yeah.
I can't believe Bo was complaining about heated rivalry during Pride Month.
I did it. Fuck with me.
Why would you say something so controversial yet brave?
Because it's Juneteenth, and should you strike me down anyway. Kaylie, how about you go first? What do you bring to the offering?
So I have seen this complaint a lot from people, like, again, anonymous Twitter posting or just using the veil of the internet to get away with commenting on the writing or watching the movies or playing the games. Because this is a genre that crosses multiple mediums, whether that is video game, whether that is movie, whether that is written book literature. But I think, given the way that people react to it and then in anger and continue to double down on their anger in places, and everybody goes, dude, you don't have to read or watch it. Like, you don't. Fantasy, specifically high fantasy, magic based, magic lore, like high fantasy style, like genre.
Sure.
Is just for sadists trying to out-logic their own logic puzzles. Because...
Interesting, but explain further.
Because the bigger complaints that come out of, whatever epic fantasy storytelling thing it is, usually boil down to people unhappy with the way that the magic is magicking. And then require the magic to be explained further than lessening the magic effect of the magic. And it spirals and it continues and it seems like a self-inflicted torture that these people enjoy, whereas I just go, why were you complaining this much to begin with? Because now I like it even less.
So the statement is there are no good magic systems in fantasy.
Yes, like there's I mean, sure, are there always bad ones? Absolutely, but in trying to make your own perfectly self-contained, like a self-solving Rubik's Cube, basically, you're never going to get that. There's always going to be some amount of plot hole, world logic, something that someone is going to tap into, overanalyze, criticize. And if you start pulling that one thread at to get an answer, it will begin to unravel everything else. There is no way to win that system of building a perfect magic world.
Give me an example.
No.
I love that example.
Damn.
As I'm violently dying over here.
I do love cough. I think Tolkien was really working on that. I think
Right.
that there's something to be said for it.
I mean, I was gonna say Tolkien is one of those, like again, your sort of big fantasy blockbusters of your Tolkien's, your Lord of the Rings, your Harry Potter. Each of them spend time giving you world like backstory, giving you lore, telling you how the artifacts interact with the world. And I mean, I use Harry Potter as an easy example because again, as many people have said thousands of times, J.K. Rowling didn't write a great story. She gave us a good sandbox. So when you look at a lot of Harry Potter stuff, there's a lot of things that in the later books are either lost from earlier books where you're like, what happened to that whole time turner shit? What about that? Things that get like added in and misconstrued. Like stuff like that then leaves, on the one hand, leaves room for fan work, but at the same time will not fix the problems because you're not fixing the whole. You're looking at one corner and trying to like backtrack and make it work. It's the Eagles thing as well with Lord of the Rings. That's like the biggest grievance always.
Why didn't they just call the Eagles?
Exactly.
If I may interrupt,
yes.
I do have, and God, am I about to defend J.K. Rowling?
Oh, don't do that.
Pride?
Ew.
That's crazy. No, I'm not going to defend her.
First, he criticizes heated rivalry, and then he said it's time to become more problematic.
I'm begging for the gun at this point.
It's bald bigot summer. I'm sorry, that was
damn,
a low
that
blow.
hurt.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that hurt. God damn.
I was being playful about it. You were like,
no,
yep.
I went for the throat on accident. I don't know my own strength or the venom of my words.
Straight up tried to scalp me. That's all I have left.
Jesus, man.
No, when it comes to the time turner from Harry Potter #3, right?
Yep.
That's where they used it. I defend it because I find that is one of the only good uses of time travel. I fucking hate time travel in a story. And it's like, the question is, okay, why doesn't everybody just grab a time turner and, click it a million times and just go back and axe Tom Riddle? Well, it's because with how the history, with how time works in Harry Potter, if somebody did that, they already tried and they didn't succeed. Right.
Yeah, like that is weirdly, The Prisoner of Azkaban is maybe the most like concrete
it's a good book.
Time travel like narrative there is. I'm trying to think, like, because it kind of operates on the same logic of like Back to the Future, which another topic for another day. But I'm like thinking about like magic systems in books where magic originates from, not like extra stuff like time turners or like the giant eagles or anything, but like at its core, where does magic come from? And yeah, I see what you're talking about, where it's like near impossible to apply logic to something like this because it's an illogical
It's
thing.
magic. Yeah, it's literally magic.
It's fucking magic. Like, and you'll always have some like pedantic nerd that's coming up that's like put way too much thought into it and unraveled it and like found like plot holes and stuff. Because when you come down to it, so much of fantasy is about creating a logical system for something that cannot exist within our own world.
Yeah. Like on the one hand, when you're building a fantasy world, I do want you to lay down some ground rules about how the world works, because if everything is loosey-goosey, anything could be Deus Ex Machina, like nothing matters, then why do I give a shit about this? Like there's no boundaries. Like again, if you're making a puzzle box, there are no parameters to the puzzle of being told how this magic works. Like a very easy example, Tangled. We understand there is a magic flower and it does magical things. And, Rapunzel as a baby is saved by the magical flower. So now she is magical. Okay. following the logic, we're making the hair magic. It's not that it doesn't come out of nowhere. Like, we get the building blocks, but we don't have all the answers. And it's not like, you know, theoretically, maybe the rest of the world is a little magical. I don't know the Tangled series, so I don't know how much farther that goes beyond the movie. But it's that, like, hey, there's a set limitation of, like, what is or isn't magical, and what can or can it not do. Because then, as we get the story told, we're maybe seeing ahead to go, ooh, how could they use that to solve their problem? Like, maybe I can see something that the character hasn't figured out yet, based on whatever the narrative is. Or we have it revealed to us in some way, shape, or form. Like Avatar, we spend all this time learning what the bending magic is and then learn bending can be taken away? That's crazy. Like, there's the reveal of a final piece of how the magic of the world works. But then
you
are there
also
still
have people
issues?
like bitching and moaning about, like, oh, so the magic just came from, like, this giant lion turtle. Sure, whatever, dude.
Exactly.
Like, you just tack that on to figure it out at the end. Like,
no, that's not how that works. See, I'm about to start like going in about Avatar's magic. I'm like, no, that's not what that means. But I totally get you. And
I think one of the bigger things that I've seen this like recently raised with is the announcement of the new God of War games, because everybody is going like, what do you mean she's having her own game in the spirit world? Kratos' wife, you know, on top of people bitching and moaning because it's a hot lady with a big sword. What's wrong with you? But that sort of question of like, hold on, what does that do with everything else that we've established in the story and in this world and da 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 da. Like, it's not like we're already riffing horrendously on Norse mythology.
A Greek god killed his entire pantheon, went to wherever Norse land is and found out there's a different one. Shit can't happen. No, and also, fuck you if you don't think God of War Lao Fei looks... She's doing air combos to, like, Filipino demons. That shit looks awesome. Go fuck yourself.
So
gamers
seeing
hate
that
women.
kind of...
We're past this. We know this.
Oh, yeah. But seeing that kind of revived the level of, like, do y'all actually enjoy fantasy stories? Or are you just masochistically, like, trying to solve a puzzle box that is unsolvable? In your point of view? Because for me, I take it with as long as you have created a world that is believable based on the parameters you're trying to contain it in, I'm willing to suspend disbelief for then how do we solve the puzzle given those pieces. I'm not going to sit here and look at the components of the puzzle and go, but that's actually styrofoam. You could just bend it in half. Like,
right.
I rest my case.
I just want to like comment this, like as you're presenting closing arguments and everything. Even when people try to meld fantasy and magic systems with things like science fiction or steampunk, anything along those lines, I think you're just essentially giving yourself a cipher that can't solve the puzzle. You're just thinking that you're going to make it more logical. Like,
I'm going to use technology because technology is a logical thing. Are you sure about that?
What powers the engine? Magic. And then all of a sudden there's like thousands of nerds breaking through the windows just like, explain now. And it's like, it's fucking magic,
Bernoulli's
dude.
principle.
But believe in something that's like impossible in our world. Suspend your disbelief. Have a little fun. Ride the unicorn. Drink its tears. Have a good time.
Why's the unicorn crying? Oh, no.
It always is. It's moody, dude.
Always I wanna be with you and make believe with you and live in
because it's always about the last
harmony,
unicorn, not actually like the family of unicorns or the society of unicorns.
Or robot unicorn attack. Anyways.
Fuck yeah.
Gibby.
All right.
We have on the table, there is no good magic system. What do you offer?
So many moons ago, I was having a heated debate with...
A heated rivalry?
No, because it was with Kaylie's husband.
Damn. Okay.
I didn't know y'all played hockey.
I know
exactly where this is going. I know exactly where this is going.
here's the premise. Ian and I were arguing about thriller as a genre of movies and books, and he essentially purported the thriller is not a real genre of storytelling, of which, like, I got peeved because I was just like, well, explain Hitchcock then, genius. And I went on and on about, like, different examples and everything and different, like, parameters of what the genre is. I tried to come up with my own definition of it, but the more I've thought about it, I've essentially been, like, grasping at sand, like, the whole time. And I went back to this book from my college days in a class called Film Genres with a book called Film Genres. And I've been reading through the final chapter, which is about thrillers. And the more I read into it, the more I start to doubt.
Yes, we got him, boys. We got him.
So my argument that I brought to the table is the thriller doesn't exist.
Yes. Understand, dear listener, that while Ian and Gibby were having this argument, I was also in the room. This happened like 6 years ago.
This is not 6 years ago. This was like last year. We were playing Sea of Thieves or something.
Brother,
this
it was a
argument
lot
has
longer
been
than that.
ongoing in our Discord.
6 years ago
Let
was
me
like
tell
pandemic.
You.
There's no fucking way.
Gibby. I was living in Atlanta when we first brought
Okay,
this up.
shit. So this has been a while. There's been a long time that we've, like, come around to this. But let me tell you why, like, I have become thriller agnostic.
Yes, we got
Michael
him.
Jackson is sad
Don't
in the
tell
distance.
Ian. I can't. He's already so smug about this shit as is.
It's okay. He doesn't listen to our episodes.
He's always fucking right about everything, and it's the worst thing. And I hate that you have to deal with that as your daily life.
Me too.
Anyways, I started looking up because I wanted to talk about thrillers, and I was doing the research.
Yes.
And I was like, all right, let's look up movies in the thriller genre. There were so few movies that, like, were even slightly categorized as thrillers, just straight up. You know what else I found as I started scrolling?
Well, she found
Action thrillers, dystopian thrillers, psychological thrillers, indie thrillers, crime thrillers, horror thrillers, thriller mysteries, spy thrillers, thriller comedies, thriller dramas, Blumhouse production thrillers, murder thrillers, and the list goes on and on.
And Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I'm sorry, I did that twice.
Which, like, if I'm being honest here, not a thriller. Despite the title, it's misleading.
Shit.
Hear me out. Sure, there's a lot of ways that, like, thrillers can actually go, but if we're being realistic here, almost every movie that is considered a thriller can actually be either horror, drama, or action. The whole like concepts of thriller as a genre are not actually made out of independent characteristics like westerns or sci-fi. The things that make up what we call thrillers in general are just cinematic techniques that exist in every other genre. Like, I was reading through this book and the whole chapter and the entire section about, like, themes and terminology was just like, well, here's a concept, but it can also be applied to every other genre. And I was like, that's too fucking broad, man. You're not helping me here.
It's
What's
not real.
going on? Like, even, like, the most specific definition was not actually made about thrillers. It was just about, like, the point of view of protagonists in movies. And, like, it was grasping at straws. I was trying to build a castle out of sand, and not like a cool one on the beach, but like a fortress, and it just wasn't working.
Building a sandcastle without packing the base with water to make it sturdy.
Just the drippy shit, man. Just the drippy castle. And it just, I just kept grasping at these straws, and my castle kept falling. And in truth, I just don't think thrillers actually exist. I think it has to be attached to something else to exist.
Yes. So I always equate it to I'm cheating because I'm doing two things now.
Mrs. Poppy's cheating.
I always equate it to a thriller, or something being a thriller is much like something being pop music, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can Beyonce, Taylor Swift, the Beatles all be relative royalties of pop in their day and age when their music is all vastly different? Because pop isn't a genre. Pop is a qualification. Right. Same thing with thrillers. If something is a thriller, like you were saying, it's an action thriller, it's a horror thriller, it's a drama thriller, whatever.
It's a secondary characteristic, because you could have like a noir mystery and an action noir. I don't know, probably. Like exactly different flavors of what is the narrative content of this movie going to be.
Yeah, the movie can be thrilling, but that doesn't make it a thriller.
The whole deal that the book was trying to put forward was that the difference between like something like a thriller and a detective movie is that, or a mystery, is that the protagonist in a detective or a mystery story will come to like a concrete answer, and the thing that engages the audience is like knowing that there will be a concrete answer, versus like a thriller, it's more so about like the themes and the underlying tension as well as the intensity, and the fact that many thrillers don't even have like the narrative resolution of finding the answers. It's much more about like what's happening within, what's being revealed about the people and the darkness like inside of it. And I was just like, that's just horror without the jump scare or the scary noise.
Sounds like you're describing horror.
Yeah, you're just like describing horror with no climax. Like
nobody shows up. It sounds like you're talking about a horror movie.
Like everything that I was reading about the thriller, I was just like, you're just describing anxiety. And I have a lot of experience with that, so I think I know what I'm talking about here.
But again, like, anxiety isn't a genre of movie. It's something a movie can make you feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the whole concept is that, like, the genre is based around Alfred Hitchcock's idea of, like, suspense, where it's like, surprise is people are riding in a car and a bomb goes off. Wow, that was shocking. Nobody expected that. Suspense is we as the audience know that the time bomb is ticking in the back seat and the people are going about their day without actually knowing of what's going on, and we realize that time is running out. Where it's just like, is that a genre or is that just a narrative element? Is that just a tool inside of your cinematic toolbox, you know?
Yeah. The audience can't see it, but I'm cheesing. I'm cheesing hard.
Kaylie, you can't let Ian listen to this episode. If this topic ever comes up again, I've got to deny that it ever happened.
We have to burn all the evidence.
I'm going to scrub over all of this audio, and it's just going to be like for like 15 minutes or so.
That's so funny.
Is he gone? Is he listening anymore? Okay. Coast is clear.
I'm not a thriller atheist, but I'm very thriller agnostic at this point, and that's scary.
Thrill-gnostic, hell yeah.
If somebody out there can point us to the one true thriller that defies other categorization, that needs its own, please do tell us.
The only ones that I was coming up with, like, the only examples that like didn't have any genre that was attached to it otherwise was Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal, Prisoners also with Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm starting to sense a pattern here. Maybe thrillers are just Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
Jake Gyllenhaal movies?
He's been hoarding them all along.
Like Donnie Darko is probably a psychological thriller, so I'm going to count that one as well.
Donnie Darko definitely counts as psychological.
I'm changing my my argument. Thrillers are just Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
So Spider-Man Far
Awesome.
From Home.
Well,
Thriller. Only a thriller, nothing else.
he's playing mind games the whole time. That's
Right.
thriller shit.
Shit.
Spider-Man Far From a good movie, anyway.
Fucking got him.
Goddamn.
So we got no good magic systems. There are no such thing as thrillers, or
Mhm.
we are thriller agnostic. I like this
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
I like this table. I have to walk y'all through my mental as I was going through this. I was thinking about
Sure.
this. First, I wanted to say, sci-fi, science fiction does not exist. It's
Ooh.
magic westerns, right? That's where I started.
Okay.
Right. That's not salient. That's not secure, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
started
not
thinking
about it. I would have pushed back.
Yeah. So then I started thinking, it's like, okay, why do I feel that way? What's
Yeah.
really getting at the root of
Interrogate
the
it.
science fiction? You know what I'm saying? Poke it with
Yeah.
a stick and see what comes out.
Sure.
I think my biggest gripes with sci-fi is I'm a weeb, obviously, is mecha anime. Can't stand mecha anime. I think they're all boring.
How
so
can
I was
something
like, okay.
with giant robots be so consistently boring?
Well, because mecha anime, that was my second thing, is mecha anime aren't real. They're all political thrillers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every mecha anime is about some kingdom who has the big gun and they're going after the other kingdom who might have slightly less guns, but then there's high school kids who get inside the big gun and they have to fight it out. You know what I'm saying?
Or it's Evangelion in its own thing.
Or say, but I love that you brought that up. Because then I started saying, okay, all the mecha anime I've seen, Gundam absolutely does it.
Voltron.
See, it starts to get less salient there.
Gurren Lagann?
Gurren Lagann? Eventually, yes.
Okay.
But Gurren Lagann is a good asterisk where I'm like, wait, that doesn't quite fit in there. It almost does, but it doesn't quite.
Sure.
Eureka 7 is another one that y'all probably aren't familiar with, as I say as I twiddle my glasses.
The glint.
doesn't quite hit the politics game.
Mhm.
Sure.
Fucking Evangelion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ha! So I'm like, okay, my argument still doesn't have solid ground. I'm like, Gibby, I'm playing with the sand, but I'm not packing that shit. You know? So we zoom out even more
To a bigger robot.
to a bigger, the biggest robot, a robot so big that it's basically God.
Iron
Unicron.
Giant.
My hot take, my genre, fantasy does not exist.
Whoa.
If your story is based from Europeans, your story is just the Odyssey. If your story is based in East Asia, it is just Journey to the West. Hear me out. The Odyssey. Dude goes on an adventure, meets some folks to get his kingdom back, to get his house back. That is every Western fantasy piece ever. I'm at home, shit goes south, I leave so I can come back home and go back to bed.
The restoration of the status quo.
The hero's journey.
Mm-hmm.
We call it something different. It's just the Odyssey. East Asian. Somebody loses status for some reason, goes on an adventure, becomes friends with his enemies, and eventually becomes a god. Finds enlightenment. That is every single anime, shonen anime, shoujo anime, all of them.
How does Evangelion come into this?
They become gods at the end, or at least Rei does.
Okay, sure.
Right? Every
I'd
anime
like-
starts with we save cats from a tree, and now we're fighting gods.
I beg to differ. Lucky Star does not seem to
That's not
transcend.
shonen. That's not shonen or
You just
shoujo.
said shonen
No,
and shoujo.
I said
Everything.
fantasy. Slice of life is something different.
Okay. We'll put the bumpers on a little bit more clearly then. All right.
My bad.
Wait. So rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
Fantasy doesn't exist.
Fantasy does not exist. You're either telling the Odyssey or you're telling Journey to the West.
All right. So, not to sound like a total literature nerd here, but
Go for it.
what about the Epic of Gilgamesh? Because
What
something
about
else,
the Epic of Gilgamesh?
something else has to have taken after it, right? Like you've covered like the Eastern Asia and like Western European tales and everything, but like there's like a lot of tales in between. Does that mean that like every story that comes from the Middle East is just like Gilgamesh?
And Gibby, you beat me again because I would love to know that, right? Because I can isolate these two the quote unquote European/European inspired world,
Sure.
Europe and in North America, and then China, the Koreas, and Japan, right? Those are stories I'm relatively familiar with. I don't know if, let's say, the Middle East has one. I don't know if the African continent has one. I'd love to know. I would also argue, I'm pretty sure the Epic of Gilgamesh predates both of those.
Yeah,
I
like
believe, at least the
we were
Odyssey,
talking old.
yes.
Yeah.
Like we were talking like I'm pretty sure ancient Sumeria. I
Yes.
want to
Yes.
say like I'm not 100% sure. Like okay, so I don't want to just like start naming examples for you and being
Do
like, but what about this? But what about this? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like the root stories that like inspire people to have like a narrative structure because like
Yeah.
I can't imagine that thousands of years of oral storytelling all had a 3-act structure or the hero's journey circle going for it. And when you have something, a seminal tale like the Odyssey or Journey to the West that provides a structure and like provides inspiration for basically every other story for the rest of time, it's like, yeah, I can't really argue with that.
And that's what we're doing here, baby.
Yeah,
I'm being pedantic.
I hate to say this because
Yeah, feed me.
I hate to bring this up when I know you both love this and I don't. The only story, God forgive me,
He's gonna say
that I
Kingdom
can.
Hearts, isn't he?
Yep, the only story that isn't
Yeah,
that hero's
there is no
journey.
hero's journey. It's
That
a
structure.
hero's dodecahedron.
that fucking franchise.
Yeah, to Kaylie. It happens several times. They make it back home several times.
Yeah.
It would be my argument in Kingdom Hearts. They make it back after Kingdom Hearts 2, and then
Yep.
they leave again.
Yep.
And the point of Kingdom Hearts 4, as we understand it in current, I'm not going to do the whole Kingdom Hearts timeline. That's a different episode. But as we understand it is Sora died, and then he didn't, and now we have to get him back. We're going on the Odyssey.
Okay, so like
Which I will say, no, Gibby, go first. I might be distracting and segueing a different way. What's your
More
your
Kingdom
take?
Hearts.
if it gets us away from Kingdom Hearts, it's good. But like what I'm thinking about is like, yeah, a lot of it, especially with Western storytelling, is like the restoration of like the divine monarch or the restoration of like the status quo. But there are a lot of stories out there that the resolution is we're tearing down the old system and we're creating something new for positive change.
Yep.
Like
We're getting our kingdom.
yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. Like you've gone so far back to like we've been dealing with like the family, the class, and the species, and you're going back to like kingdom phylum shit. Like,
Blame Chris Nolan.
it's hard.
My
to
entire
art-
summer is revolving around this stupid fucking movie that I'm probably gonna love. Why the fuck is Travis Scott in Chris Nolan's The Odyssey?
Why is he? What?
Why is he? I don't know.
Oh,
Different topic.
Have you seen how long the runtime is going to be on this fucking movie?
Like
Three.
it's like 2:45. I'm mad about it.
Oh,
Is that all it's
Yeah.
going to be? I could have sworn
Yeah,
it was gonna
right,
be
right.
like a 4-hour.
Fuck Chris Nolan, where we hear a 2-hour and 45-minute movie, and we're like, oh, is that it? Fuck you.
Is
You're
that it?
amazing. You're amazing. You're super cool, and I hope to shake your hand one day. Regardless, I go for it.
No, because again, you're zoomed so far out that everything is fuzzy,
Yeah.
that the shape of it is technically
Yeah.
correct. I do raise you the quandary of the heroine's journey, though, because we're looking at a lot of, again, Joseph Campbell flattened every bit of storytelling in the Western canon, at least. Again, East,
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with. But Joseph Campbell flattened that all, focused on the men doing man shit, and went, yeah, exactly, he's gonna go into the unknown, he's gonna go do some shit, he's gonna fight something, he's gonna have to overcome it, he's gonna have the darkest hour, and then he's gonna have, the we're ascending up to the climax, and then here's the denouement, and we're back home.
Mhm.
But, like, the heroine's journey does not resolve in such a manner. The heroine's journey is cyclical. There is a never-ending point. There is no ending point. It is never-ending. It is ongoing. Because women aren't allowed to retain accomplishments the way that men are.
Yeah. To that I say, fuck Joe Campbell and his chicken noodle soup. Why can't women do that?
I mean, I don't remember if the heroine's journey is a much newer...
That's a concept I'm not familiar with that at all.
But your hero's journey is exactly like, as described. The heroine's journey is an internal cyclical thing that moves between like a descent, a search, and an ascent that basically returns to the same place.
Kaylie.
Continued.
Kaylie. You just described Journey to the West.
Sure. So is that the case then? Are these two different sides
Maybe
of the same matter? Are we telling, in some
Gibby is
anime,
pissed.
are we telling masculine stories
No, I'm thinking.
with a feminine
It's the
approach? Like, I don't know.
In my head, and I guess I have like, I'm not looking at through like a specific like feminist lens or whatever.
No.
I don't see the difference, right? Whether that journey, the hero's journey, is internal or external,
Sure.
It doesn't occur to me, right? If there is a fall from grace, right, and a rise back to that grace,
And I will say, the
Son Goku
heroine's
falling
journey
from
is
Nirvana.
less about a fall and more of like, things aren't good. I must solve this.
Yeah,
I must heal my household because domesticity. Ugh.
Yeah, which I
Familial
think is,
ties. Ugh.
and that I think is gross. So I'd reject that,
Yeah.
but not reject.
Like,
this
it's not the
existence.
same beginning point, but I'm with you that it kind of reaches a similar by the end. It's not necessarily godhood though, which is the problem. Women can't be gods apparently, but
To which I say, fuck that.
there's a parallel that I am with you on in Journey to the West in that boiled down version of it. But again, for the purposes of we're arguing because we're arguing, it's like, well, yes, but you're squinting your eyes. So that picture, spot the difference between these two photographs. Well, of course, if you're putting it 100 feet away and asking me to keep one eye barely closed, like,
I did.
yeah, I'm going to say that they kind of look the same.
And you know the secret? You know the secret? They're both black pieces of paper.
Happy
So I have a couple-
Juneteenth.
I have a couple thoughts that I want to bounce off of you, just for food for thought and everything.
Yeah,
Food.
yeah.
How does tragedy work into this?
Yes, I had that question because again, Greek Odyssey. What about Oedipus Rex? What about like half of the Western canon that's just sad shit?
I think
how does Hamlet get in there?
Yeah, so let's address that. Tragedy in the traditional sense. I hate that tragedy's core word is traditional. That's crazy, isn't it? English is wild. Anyway, if we do tragedy comedy in the traditional sense, right? Tragedy ends in a death, comedy ends in a marriage. I would argue it's irrelevant, right? If there is a return to the kingdom in some facet, I think it would fall into one or the other. I don't necessarily think that the journey needs to be successful.
Sure.
Right. Because that's where you can turn this story into your own, right? It's like, yes, we went on an odyssey and Skilla was mad hungry, man. We didn't make it out. You know what I mean? I don't see that as a detriment or necessarily as a departure. I just see that as what word do you want to use? It's a
variations
spin.
On a theme.
A variation.
Yeah, no, like they're all variations on the formula. Like what I think to that point, what happens, as we're doing the journey part of the hero's journey, and we don't get out of this situation. There is no return. We don't make it. It is a tragic end to not complete the quest, perhaps.
Usually
if
people
there
usually
is
die.
something to complete. Yeah.
Is the answer there. Or the story becomes ongoing, right? We change perspectives and we go to somebody else's odyssey. I'm thinking of a 28 Days Later type beat where we don't get to, and I forget Cillian Murphy's character's name, right?
Cillian
Murphy he never gets to his previous normal, so he has to he has to then go on odyssey to establish a new normal, right? I would argue that's not a different story, it's a spin on it. And so when he finds his new kingdom, we then change perspectives to Spike, who then has to go on a new journey to either, I think Spike's is more about enlightenment because he's trying to save his mom and he's coming to terms with like the things he can change and the things he can't, and then he joins a death cult. And go fucking watch 28 years later Bone Temple. That movie fucking bangs and nobody saw it. It's the best movie to come out this year.
The whole series at one point or another.
Yes, we need to. Oh my goodness.
The one actually scary movie and not just either disturbing or unnerving.
Yeah, Bone Temple gets fucked up in the very beginning, but after you get past that, it's like just an amazing. It's just the one piece.
Series that's actually constantly scary.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie. It's so good, so good. Go watch Bone Temple. Stop this episode right now and go watch Bone Temple. Seriously.
The only like other concept that I was thinking about with all this is intentionally irregular or unconventional storytelling. Like, funny that we brought up Chris Nolan because I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but one of his earliest, maybe his earliest feature film, Memento.
I was just about to say, what about Memento?
It is like intentionally told like out of order, and I'm not sure like even if you put it all in order, if it has like the same arc that we're talking about in general.
Yeah, I apologize. I have to take the cowards route out. I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
It's not the cowards route. It's like one day we'll watch Memento, and there's like a 5% chance you say like that was fucking dope, and there's a 95% chance you go that was gimmicky bullshit.
True. There are no other experiences to have when watching Memento.
Yeah, but like thinking about like movies that are told in like unconventional manner, like sometimes with it being like out of order and everything, like Tarantino did that shit a lot too, like Pulp Fiction being like the number one, like with it being like a story told out of order, or like Reservoir Dogs having like so much context added like in like the third act from like what was happening before like the movie even started, things along that line.
Two things I'd say to that. Number one, I carved out specifically fiction, which I think all the pieces you mentioned are still fiction, so not that important. Like, I'm not gonna go and see a World War II documentary and be like, that's the Odyssey, but I would argue if you wanted to make it interesting, you would center it around one central character and one central soldier, his story of going to war, coming back home, and that's the fucking Odyssey,
Well, I was about
baby.
to say that every war story is kind of the Odyssey because the Odyssey is a war story.
Yes,
Every war story
the Odyssey
involves
plus
a Cyclops.
Yeah, plus the Iliad, plus the Aeneid, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Homer.
But Homer, thanks, Homer.
Oh,
I am
Homer.
Homer. But the second piece to what I was saying, if my brain is still working right, is again, I don't see spins on the formula as a breaking of the formula. I think that's just how we've made storytelling interesting. Whether we've said it ends in a tragedy, whether we've added way more modernized humor to it, whether we've said we finished the loop and then a new one started and now we've got a dodecahedron, and don't worry about the Disney characters, they're like canon in quotation, they're fine.
And anytime we have something that like bucks the trend that we see in either Journey to the West or the Iliad or the Odyssey, we call it experimental. Or
we call it experimental, and I get pissed off. That's just your book ass word saying they did some weird shit and we didn't get it, but we thought it was neat.
Fucking hates the short film of that shopping bag blowing in the wind, and he will fight any film professor that says it has a narrative arc to it.
I'll punch you in the throat, brother. You're lying to me.
Bo just
wanna
walks
look
in
smart.
Bo walks in like off screen and just grabs the shopping bag and puts it in the trash.
It's like, go do something productive.
And now it's a
Asshole.
tragedy.
I have a question though.
Okay.
Between Odyssey or Journey to the West,
Yes.
what is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Both.
I was
How
thinking
can
a
it
lot
be
about-
both? I thought it was
It
either
can be
or,
both.
Bo.
I didn't say it was either or.
Funny enough,
It's a little
I was
bit of
thinking
both.
a lot about FMAB when you were talking about
Yeah,
magic.
so Full Metal primarily is the Odyssey, right? They're trying to get their bodies back. They're trying to get home.
Right, we're trying to go home.
They're
Exactly.
trying to go home, right? The aspects of, because it is an East Asian piece. The aspect of Journey to the West doesn't necessarily happen. It does kind of happen with the Elrics. Ed could arguably find enlightenment when he gives up his truth in order to save his brother, right? I would argue the bigger piece of that goes to Hohenheim, who does have a fall from grace. He becomes a slave. He meets a weird dude. Hohenheim becomes an effective god. And, you know, Hohenheim finds an effective god. He does find nirvana. That's why Hohenheim's kind of unemotional, because he's thousands of years old and he's kind of zen about shit. And then him going on his journey, which is also the Odyssey, because he just wants to die. Hohenheim just wants to go home to his wife.
He's
It
the
took
Tanner.
motherfucker-
He just wants to die.
He just
I
wants
know
to.
who the
It took
werewolf
motherfucker.
is.
It took motherfucker 3,000 years to get a wife. And he's just like, I just want to be with her. I'm like, Hohenheim.
No game. No game.
Damn!
3,000 years it took to get a wife. Dude.
Van
Damn.
Hohenheim, most productive alchemist in history. No bitches.
Who would be the funniest character from Full Metal Alchemist to be in the no bitches pose in the meme?
Major Armstrong.
I was going
Fuck
to say
yeah.
it's got to be Armstrong or Mustang.
Mustang would just laugh at you. He wouldn't do it. He'd just be like, and then leave.
Exactly.
Weirdly, I was kind of thinking about Al because they already make him do all of those different like anime poses as is.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna go down a Full Metal Alchemist hole.
Whoopee.
But I appreciate you jumping down this hole with us, dear listener.
Go jump in a hole with us, losers.
Yeah! Happy Pride. Follow us on our social medias. We'll start updating them again, I swear.
Yeah, I promise. The world is falling apart in my apartment. It's fine.
Like, comment, subscribe. Join us next time when we find out which Greek monster will fight to the death.
It's gonna be the Cyclops again. I'm so sick of that fucking guy.
Peace.
The Liberal Artists Podcast premieres every other Thursday on your favorite podcasting platform. The show is hosted by Bodio, Kaylie Horowitz, and Andy Gibson. You can find the show at Liberal Artists Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks to White Hot for performing the theme song Reflect, which can be found on freebeats.io. Now, I'm off to go exploring, and maybe, just maybe, I'll find a sheep that I can call my own. Good day.
Okay, can I just fight a satyr? Can I fist fight a satyr?
Good luck.
Kaylie's gonna kick you.
Gonna kick you in the head, fam. Like,
With hooves.
Do you think you could take Philoctetes 1v1?
Hmm.
Can
Do I
you
get a
square up with
sword?
Mr. Tumnus?
Ooh. Well, those are two very different satyrs. Let's be honest.
Extremely different satyrs.
And you
Can
know
you
what?
take
They're
on
both
the goat guy from Shoe Body Bop?
No.
probably not. I don't know about him. He's scary.
Is he a satyr or is he Baphomet?
I
Hold
thought he
on.
was Baphomet. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's Baphomet. Those aren't the same.
There's levels
We are
to
not
this shit.
the same. Either way, if it's a satyr, I'm going Dionysian. We're having some wine. We're bringing in the bitches. We're just gonna have a good old time, and we
yes.
don't have to fight. And I still
him
win.
Get him drunk and then beat him.
Kaylee,
Yeah.
resident asexual. Yo, where's the bitches at?
Where the white women at?
I was about to say insert Blazing Saddles meme.
Happy Juneteenth.
Oh my god.